Welcome to Glorious Botafogo, your number one source of Botafogo news in English for a second time today. It does usually not happen very often, but it's end of the year, beginning of the year is very busy times. Transfer window, every day there's going to be a different name. And there's also this Arthur Jorge situation that if it has resolved by now, then I'm recording this the night before. So if it resolved during the day or even at night after recording this, then I'm going to have to make another video speaking about that. But this video is strictly for transfer news because there's a lot of rumors going around. So let's talk about transfers coming in. Botafogo and Bitelo are in advanced stages of negotiations. Bitelo is 24 years old. He transferred to Europe from Grêmio and he's playing right now for Dynamo Moscow. He currently has 1 goal and 8 assists this season. And now Botafogo and the Russians are negotiating and they're trying to see if they can come to an agreement. Bitelo is actually traveled to Rio already. So I think from, between Botafogo and the player, I think everything is good to go. Bitelo is very good, fast. He's got a lot of good dribbling. He's got good vision. He is not really coming to replace Thiago Almada, but he's more or less sort of like a Thiago Almada. They do different things. They have different jobs as far as how they behave on the pitch. But if we had to, I guess, compare, is kind of be like a Thiago Almada, but not really. Now, another coming in, but it won't happen. This for sure, it's not going to happen. West Ham was trying to use Lucas Paquetá as a trading chip for Igor Jesus. I've brought this in a video before, this interest of West Ham on Igor Jesus, but it seems like it's going to have to happen another way because Lucas Paquetá posted on his Instagram basically making a nod to this negotiation with Botafogo that, if he's going to go back to Brazil, he's going to go home, and home is Flamengo. So it doesn't matter. We didn't really want Lucas Paquetá here anyways. He's going to be judging for it's going to be in a trial for all the betting stuff that's been linked to his name, that he got yellow cards or something, and people from the island of Paquetá, which is where he's from, made bets and cashed out the money. So not really interested in that kind of player here at Botafogo. So good. Let's move on for Luis Henrique and Savarino. They both received offers. Luis Henrique got a 35 million euro offer, although Botafogo said that Luis Henrique feels at home and they were expecting him to stay for 2025. There's, again, a lot of important competition, especially in the very beginning of the year, that having Luis Henrique, having Igor Jesus, and having Savarino is going to be very important. We're not going to have Thiago Almada or Adrielson because they are on the way out to Lyon, but to have Savarino and Luis Henrique would be very important. Savarino is a guy that is 28 years old, and he received a 15 million euro offer from clubs of Russia, clubs of Italy, clubs of Spain, and the Middle East. In Italy, they're talking about Atalanta sending a transfer offer for Savarino. And if you look at it, he's 28 years old. Are we going to get a transfer offer, a transfer bid of that magnitude for a 28-year-old player? I don't know, man. But I don't know if we're going to. But then again, Savarino is responsible for 13 or 14 goals and 12 assists, or the way around, 12 goals and 14 assists. It's 25 plus direct goal participations. That's 25 goals a year that Savarino contributed. Is that worth 15 million? Is it worth keeping him in the squad and due to his contributions, earn that money later on? But then again, who's to say he's going to make those contributions next year? Who's to say that he's going to have the same level of success in 2025 than he did in 2024? It's a lot of money. I won't fault Eagle Football, John Texter, for making that transaction if they do, because it's a lot of money. They could just go get another player for less that would potentially, give the same Brazil, it's different. It's tough. And then again, Luis Henrique, 35 million. John Textor bought him, purchased him for 20. He's already almost doubled the amount that he was worth it. Not only with the Brazilian national team call-ups, but now being Libertadores and Brasileirão champions and best player in the Brasileirão. It's gonna be tough to keep him around. Plus, he's super young. So 35 million euros, I think Luis Henrique is going to go. Personal opinion, not information. Fluminense and Santos are after Chiquinho Soares, but Botafogo stated very recently that the club is counting on the striker for the upcoming year, and they have no interest in negotiating a possible departure for the 33-year-old striker, which a lot of the fans, a lot of the Botafogo supporters want to keep Chiquinho. It's a player that when he scores, the atmosphere at the Newton Santos is just different. The atmosphere is different. There's people yell his name and they have a special chant for him. I don't see Chiquinho Soares going anywhere else in Brazil, unless, of course, he himself asks to be released, and that's a different thing. But I don't think Botafogo is going to release him. Last but not least, at least for now, because tomorrow there could be a wide array of different players coming in and out. But for today, for this video, and before I say it, so if you haven't liked, if you haven't subscribed, please like and please subscribe to the channel. Support the kind of work that we do here at this, I do here at this channel, bringing you Botafogo news in English and trying to translate everything. And just basically just handing it out to you so you can consume it and not have to do any extra work. Botafogo's goalkeeper, John, the best keeper of the Brasileirão, have gotten attention of clubs such as Bahia, which is funny. Bahia has CD Group behind it, so could they make the offer to take John? Probably. Is John going to Bahia? I don't know. If they offer him enough money, probably. But Bahia, Galatasaray, Manchester United, and Tottenham have all been eyeing John. The keeper is seen as, at least from the United side, is seen as a good name to have to keep Onana on his toes and challenge him for that starting spot. And on Tottenham's side, he's seen as the perfect replacement for Vicario, as he got a ankle fracture. The starting keeper from Tottenham is now injured and probably won't be back and playing at a high level for a little while. So Tottenham is probably going to be one of the clubs that will be making a bid for John in this transfer window. We will see. I think keepers is kind of one of the easier spots to replace in a group. I mean, we have Gatito Fernandes is probably not on the level as John. We have Raul, which there's a lot of good data behind his matches before he got bought on by Botafogo. Botafogo is looking at the Atlético Paranaense goalkeeper that actually became the starter for Atlético Paranaense. Let me find the name out real quick. It is a goalkeeper, Leo Link. Leo Link is the guy that became the starter after Bento got purchased by Al Nassr. And he's been the starting goalkeeper. They got relegated to the second division. So there's going to be some players that they're going to have to get rid of that no longer spend money on their salary. I think Leo Link is one of those names, and it could be he's coming to replace John. Who knows? It might not be that way, but anyways, it is interesting. All of these names. Another one actually that came from X on Twitter, that came from the page called Bastidores do BFR, so behind the scenes Botafogo. Says that Vitória is interested in signing Lucas Alter, since he hasn't been seeing a lot of starting time at Botafogo. And I think all of the Botafogo fans can agree that Lucas Alter, his time at the club is done, is long gone. Anyways, if you've gotten here so far, please leave a like, please subscribe. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of these negotiations and what you think of the possible names that have been linked to Botafogo. If there's any more coming out, which I'm sure there will be, I'll try to bring another compilation kind of video like this upcoming weekend. Well, I said the names could be coming and going at any time. And just as I was getting ready to start editing some of these videos, a new name popped up that I've saw now in more than one profile. Is that not only Botafogo, but also Monterrey from Mexico are interested in the signing of Cucho Hernandez. It is a striker that is currently playing for the Columbus Crew. Let's look at some numbers for the Colombian player. In 2024, Hernandez has 29 matches with 19 goals, 11 assists. Good season for Cucho Hernandez in 2024. And this could be looking at a possible replacement for Igor Jesus that is leaving. So Colombian national Cucho Hernandez, there was a former Watford striker, is on the radar of Botafogo. And honestly, you know, the scouting department for Botafogo has done so many good calls that I'm just gonna go ahead and trust their judgment here on Cucho Hernandez. And if you just look at his numbers, it seems like they are on the right path here. So just one other extra name that popped up here just in these last few minutes.